Ladies and gentlemen, it's nice to see. I hope you will have a nice day today, and I'm happy to see so many of you here, despite it's Christmas time and everybody is busy preparing for the big Christmas Eve. We are hoping that when you leave today, you can see the perspective of the research, development, and innovation work which has been done during the last 3.5 years in Proteus. There has been put a lot of hours in from industry side, from CBS, and not least DTU and Tim Magaloon, who has been really working and doing a huge work. To make this project a success and actually get some output from it. The project was started back in 2004 when we in Danish Maritime had a working group meeting because one of our members was coming from the computer area and saying, listen guys, these computers, they don't earn the money to produce a computer, but because of all the work, all the supplies, all the after service for the computers, why are we not doing the same thing in the maritime industry? And we actually thought that's quite a good idea, because we have to do something in order to diversify ourselves from the competitors. We need to show that it's not only the product, but everything connected to the product which is important. And we could also at that time say, and we can say it even more today, that our product is much more valued if you look into the total cost of ownership, because what we deliver is quality. And if then we at that time were thinking a little bit that we have to separate the after-sales service as a competition parameter. Today we look a little bit more in it, and that is what the product service system is, to look into it as a full picture. But what is the same is that we deliver high quality products, and we need to show the world, and we also need to be able ourselves to say this is something where we trust it and we can follow it for the full life cycle. During that time, one of my colleagues told me, hey, I was at DTU and I listened to a guy called Tim Magaloon, and he talked about product service systems. And in our association we said, okay, I'll try to call and hear what this is. Is that something fitting together with our project? And after that, Tim and I for some years really worked intensively to try to create this innovation consortium. And the first 2 times we were declined, but at the 3rd time we got the project, and since then we have for the last 3.5 years been working in order to create a competitive advantages for the maritime industry in Denmark. We had also one issue which were very important for us in that regard, and that was that it should not only be a research project, it should be an innovation project which during the process was creating value for the companies participating. Because one thing is that when you have the research world, the universities, 3.5 years is a short time, but in a company it's quite a long time if you have to wait for the next. So we found out that it was very important to combine these 2 factors. And I think that we've been able to do that, and we have the impression that when we have been talking to our members, most of them have really gained value from this project. And what is very positive is also the maritime industry once again have showed that we are in the forefront of understanding to join forces, also to gain competitiveness by cooperation between different companies. I expect that cooperation will be needed in future also, and especially for smaller companies, it's extremely important to be able to deliver system solutions and global service. And this is a very huge challenge for small companies to manage alone. But if we can have the cooperation between larger and smaller companies, we can here create some benefit from each other, and in that way have a win-win situation. Also, we have, since we started this project, had a new situation, because at the time we also had Odense Steel Shipyard in this project, and they were very engaged in trying to be a part of the the innovation platform. This platform has closed since then, and that have given the industry new challenges where we need to find new solutions in order to have this kind of places to develop and test our products. We still have a shipbuilding industry in Denmark, but it's smaller yards in specialized ships, and that is not the area where huge project is finding its best place. So we hope and will be able to, in the coming years, to create some other platforms, and in that regard, we have been so lucky to have the positive response from the Ministry of Research and Development that we will be one of the 5 having a private-public partnership, and there will be some possibilities to develop further within our field. The maritime industry in Denmark is very strong, but still it's very important that to be aware about that the global competition is very fierce, and therefore it's very important for us to consider all the time how can we be able to be in front of the development. In this regard, I think Proteus has been a fantastic way for us to start this process and to find areas to investigate and cooperate in. We also have still a lot of open-ended areas within Proteus which we find is very important to continue to develop in order to continue to gain competitiveness. And we really need to be sure that we have the right framework program. That will not something we can do large part ourselves. We can gain our productivity, we can do research and development, but we also need to continue how to keep high educational standards. And here Proteus has also participating in the DTU and GBS to learn about our industry, to develop new areas where the students can be more clever on what is the maritime actually about. But also we need to be able to have competitive levels for the employees in the companies traveling around in the world and be able to compete globally. And therefore the Danish Maritime are trying to work on different kind of conditions which will make it better for us to compete and be able to grow further. Also, it's important that we have competitive tools, such like good financing schemes. It can be other areas, good embassies where we can cooperate and can help us into the market. This is areas which is very important, also on top of the innovation area. So, since the start, it has been a long time. Many reports has been written. Tim has some figures about, I don't know how many, but it's a huge number of young people writing about issues for the companies. There has been a lot of PhD students, and we have had a lot of meetings, a lot of discussions has been going on. But all the time the focus has been in Proteus, and I think that is very important, to find ways where industry also could gain from the research going on here. We were so lucky also during the process that we were able to expand with a PhD funded by the Danish Maritime Fund. So we in that way have been able really to make a very large study, a very impressive study. Also in that regard, I think that we have been able not only to show the difference, but also increase the difference between the product as a simple product compared to what we are selling, quality products with a lifelong service possibilities. But I also hope that we during the day today and hearing a lot of good insights from people participating in the project will learn more of the outcomes from Proteus and have a possibility at the end of the day to have a discussion on where can we go, where should we go, which area is possible to develop further. Because of course it's important that not only we, Danish Maritime and DTU, find it important, but that you as industry also say, here, this is something we believe we can build on. We know a lot of companies have gained a lot, but we also know from our side further possibilities out there. So I would wish you all a very good and fruitful conference, and if any of you have any questions during the day, you are of course welcome to come to me or to Tim and ask questions. And then I would like to say thank you to the Danish Ministry for Research and Development and for the Danish Maritime Fund to giving us the possibility to have this project, because that was of course the basic starting the possibilities to use so many resources into this. Thank you very much and have a nice day.